musicians and cool things and stuff. It's the Holly and Josh Show.
Hello!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Harley and Josh Show.
I'm Josh.
You aren't, and I am Harley.
You aren't also.
This week, we've got some music from Ransoms, Lightbody, Connor Selby, and we're also going to be talking about some stuff about Ryan Adams, Myspace, classical music, and also we're going to be thinking about location and music. How much of a thing is it?
Is it a thing?
It's a thing I've thought about this morning.
It certainly will be.
It will be. So what you been doing, Harley?
Tell you what, man, I am feeling good today.
Are you?
Am, yes, nice and refreshed, full of energy. I've had a pretty awesome weekend, which I really enjoyed. So,
really?
Yeah!
What'd you do?
Well,
Interrupting banjo.
Hang
Hang on. What have you found now?
Hey, Josh.
What?
Do you want to hear a joke?
What's that?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting banjo.
Interrupting banjo. Oh. I see what you did there.
That's a thing.
Yeah. So
Cool.
so your things.
Yeah, I only had the one gig this weekend. It was pretty relaxed.
Same.
I say it was pretty lax. I was at the.
It was quite a laxative.
I was in a relaxative. I was in Claydon this weekend at the Greyhound. I don't know if you played there before.
No, I haven't.
No,
I've heard of it though.
We are playing there in May with the Hopefuls, actually, 3rd of May.
Oh,
So
may
we may. It's a really nice place. They've recently gone under new management. I think beginning of the year or end of last year.
Right.
And they're doing really good stuff with it. So they've had quite a few bands on. We got contacted, I think, end of last year about doing a show there, and they were really liked what we were about.
Yeah. I mean, because I can't think of many other bands around here that are actually doing sort of public shows that are playing the music that you guys do.
No, and I think that's kind of we're getting that a lot of people going. This isn't the sort of music that we're used to hearing in pubs, and it's a refreshing change.
As a band, yeah.
And as a lot of people, I mean, because the pub scene is certainly a predominantly music, like a rock scene.
Yeah.
And the great thing is, rock musicians, even if it's not the sort of thing they're into, they really do appreciate people doing something original, doing something, you know, it's not original, you know what I mean, but doing something different.
Yeah.
And they appreciate it done well.
Yeah.
And I like to think we do it well. Anyway, and I think this weekend, this gig at the Greyhound was certainly no different. No exception. We had some good people. We had some friends come along. We had friends of the show, Marvin and Louise, who I don't know if you saw them at Ipswich Music Day last year, but that's the last time I saw them.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And they were talking about being listening to the show and enjoying it. Oh. So they popped along, and it was really good to see them. It was the first time they'd seen Chart Attack. They'd obviously heard me waffle on about them relentlessly on the show. So and they were really impressed. It was really good. The gig was great. We weren't sure what to expect.
Right.
It's a sort of a foodie pub.
Okay, yeah.
And
is it a chain thing or?
I think it's not a chain.
Right. It's more of a rope.
Yeah. But there was also a private party in the other room because the room's split into two parts.
Oh, okay.
So we weren't sure sort of what kind of reception we were going to get.
What were your set times?
So, well, we started at... We were told to start at 9, and I said, when do we need to be finished by? And they said, well, we can go till 12. Now, We've got 2 hours sets, so I said, well,
standard, yeah.
If we start at 9, we're probably going to be finishing about 11:15 with our break.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've got a lot of set time. Well, we've got a lot of set, but then we're also limited. We've had to reduce our set briefly due to recent things that we talked about a few weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking out some R. Kelly, some Michael Jackson, Michael Kelly, and R. Jackson.
Yeah.
Richie Jackson. So, man with moustache, skateboarding man, if anyone hasn't seen him. So we sort of finished our set, and the bar lady came and says, do you think you could play a little extra? We had to go, we'll see what we can do. I did something I don't like doing, which was we ended up
insulting the band.
Yeah.
Right.
We decided to, we'll carry on. We'll do a bit more. However, we didn't quite have enough set to fill it out, so we did play some songs from the first set, which everyone was okay by, but it's something I just don't like, repeating the same song more than once in a gig, because it's a bit of a cop-out.
It makes you feel a bit limited, doesn't it?
Yeah. However, we did say it was really nice to play some of our first set songs whilst warmed up. So many songs that we play on our first set regularly, we're still kind of feeling the ropes. So we sort of, our openers were just like, this is great. It's got the energy of a second set to it. You know?
Okay.
Which is great. It was really good fun. And it just went down really well.
So you did do an extra, 45?
We did an extra 45, yeah. So we finished about 11:15. We took about 5 minutes whilst we sort of made a game plan, and we played all the way through till midnight.
Yeah, great.
And it was really good fun.
They paid you extra though, right?
Yes, they did. Yes,
okay,
they did offer us a bit extra, which was very nice of them, and we were really appreciative of that.
I've had that from a crowd member before. Well, at the end of a gig, they'll come up and go, "Here's 50 quid, keep playing." And I'm like, I'll just look at the bar, and I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah."
It was a solo gig, so I was like, quid's in, mate."
Yeah, it's awkward if they give you 50 quid, especially a 3 or a 4 piece. It's really hard to split.
Yeah, exactly. Can somebody take half a penny, please?
Yeah. Well, there was something else that I was going to say that was regarding this whole gig thing, but I can't remember what it was. But we did have some people turn up and booked a wedding out of it as well.
Oh,
so that was really good. We just got the contract through today. So
that's really why we do the public shows. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And it was really good fun. It was our only gig that weekend, so that the extra pay did help in that regard.
And it's a new venue as well to play in, so it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. Like the picture that I posted on this morning.
Oh yes,
was just a picture of a band, and there's too many musicians. Well, so more musicians on stage than there are in the crowd.
Yes, yeah.
And there's been times when you turn up to a new venue, you're like,
is it going to be like this with my duo?
We outnumber even the bar staff.
yes, and every musician's had a gig like that, and if you haven't yet, you will.
Yeah.
Sometimes just the
stars do not align.
That's the one. I remember I did a gig to nobody because it was playing with Space Rocks.
In my living room.
Yeah, but it was absolutely hurling it down with rain. You were playing down the road. There was another band playing.
Hey, man.
But I think you may have advertised it better than our one was.
I'm sorry.
There was also Marty O'Reilly at the Cult Cafe.
Right.
And Blockheads were playing at the music room on the same night. So anyone who was into music, they had their spoilt choice, and we just didn't make the top of the list for enough people. And it was a very quiet night.
Where was it?
This was at the Green Rat. Years ago, back when Luke used to run it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
is he running now? Is it the Suffolk Punch?
It was at the Suffolk Punch, but I think that's up for sale now.
Right.
I don't know whether he's still running it until it's taken over. But
it's a constant shift around in Ipswich, isn't it?
It is. I remember that whole thing. So Luke went from the Rat to the Punch. The people went from the Punch went to the Railway.
Right.
People from the Railway went elsewhere, but at the same time, the Nelson and the Duke of York swapped management as well. It was all.
My goodness.
So yeah, it was like change places.
Places, like musical pubs.
Well, they are musical pubs. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's all over the place. But I think it sort of shows that because we talked about this before about venues and how kind of back in the day when these venues were built. It was sort of horse and cart, so you wouldn't walk into town or get a taxi into town to go out. You'd have to go to your nearest sort of drinking hole. So there'd be loads of places to gig. But as people just suddenly thought, I'm just going to go into town instead because it's cheap to get in there. I can get on the bus or I can jump in the car or get on a bike,
Yeah.
So they're more sort of like, I'll go into town rather than go to my local boozer.
That's it.
So but it's good to see that a lot of them are still around.
That's it. There is some real good stuff, but venues, words.
Yeah, there are great words.
There are great word venues about. And my plan actually now, I looked
also called theatres.
Yes, I looked at our
or libraries
gig list that we've got for this year, and we've got a lot of Ipswich places. So my mission for the next few weeks is to try and find some out of Ipswich places. I'm going to Norwich on Friday. I'm going to hit up some venues. Get your passport
out, boy.
Oh yeah, boy. I'm going to get I'm going to speak to some venues and try and get some gigs booked in Norwich.
Nice.
maybe speak to some places in Cambridge as well,
Nice.
and Colchester as well, because that's not a million miles away, but it's still another county.
Yeah.
I just need to find my foot in with those places, because it's so easy to get gigs locally when you know the people.
You start to rest on your laurels a bit.
Easy.
I'm guilty of that. I think a lot of people are very guilty of that.
Certainly.
That's why, I don't know, that's one of the reasons why I've stopped gigging so much recently, is because just like, well, we can easily get gigs around here.
Yeah.
Not bragging, but it's sometimes the easy thing isn't the right thing to do, is it?
No.
So especially for a brand, like if you just sit there and think, right, let's just not take risks.
Yeah.
Then it's like, well, people aren't going to look at you as progressing.
No, and Friday's gig was a real fun gig. Because we were playing to new people who had not heard us before, and they really enjoyed it. They really appreciated it. And although we were playing the same stuff, just to change a venue somewhere different, it wasn't this whole thing again. There was the kind of setup of how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
How are we going to make this work? How loud can we be? How loud should we be?
Yeah.
We don't want to upset the puppies, the pub puppies. They have pub puppies.
What?
And they're very cute. So yeah, that's that's part of the excitement. Although it seems like the hard work of a gig is to sort of work stuff out, but that's what keeps it interesting. It's what stops it becoming a desk job. Yeah. When you're doing the same thing day in and day out.
I suppose you don't have a desk. You use an iPad, don't you?
Yeah, it's same as your basic iPad job.
But yeah, your Behringer X16, no. Was
XR18.
XR18.
That's the one, yeah.
No, I remember actually playing at the Swan a bunch, and when they just got a puppy. It was a French bulldog, and apparently we were the only band that brought their own PA that had subs, and that dog hated us because apparently you would just see it like right above where we would be playing with all his four legs just sort of splayed out.
What is happening?
Barf.
Libuff.
But yeah, mate. I find that so interesting what you did, mate. Harley did stuff well done, buddy. You're amazing.
Thank you, mate.
So I want to show you. So thank you. That's my bum showing. Some people get that, some people won't. This new act I'd not heard of before, a guy from Essex called Connor Selby. He is playing locally to Colchester this weekend. So this track's called Made Up My Mind. It's for fans of Eric Clapton and Freddie King. Check out some blues. This is on iTunes and everything.
How much I'll miss you, I just can't tell. And that's why I say I'm so tired, baby. I'm so tired, Lord. So I'll make up my mind. I'm so tired, baby. I'm so tired of you. Time I left us all behind.
Nice, that.
That was Made Up My Mind by Connor Selby. I get Paul Rogers' sort of Bad Company free vibes on that one.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah. That was nice. Nice voice. He's going to be playing, I believe, in Coda this week, but stick around for the gig list to find out where he will be.
Yeah.
So, mate, I did some things, and I'm going to tell you all about it. In this section, what did I do? It's all happening. Well, not a lot happened really. So we've got a performance coming up at Moorland where I'm teaching at the moment.
Sweet.
And so we're sort of showing all the parents how well their kids are doing and their musical instruments, not just guitars. There's kids playing recorders and xylophones and all this sort of stuff. It's going to be an absolute cacophony, but all the parents are going to be so proud, I can tell you.
Nice, man.
But I had the very difficult job of whittling down 30 children into who's going to be playing which songs. And certain kids really liked. So we're doing Let It Be and we're doing We Will Rock You. And thanks to the Rock Project a little bit on that one, because I was just like, oh, crikey, I don't quite know what to teach there today. So I'll show them We Will Rock You, and all the kids love doing it. So they always do, don't they? So yeah, we've chosen to do that. But some of the kids really like Let It Be, and some of the kids really like We Will Rock You, but some of them just can't play the songs they love.
Yeah.
So I did a test for them. I sort of I put one together on my so I could, of all the stuff that I'd shown them how to play or shown them what sort of things that they should know. So the questions I used were name 6 parts of the guitar or ukulele, because I teach ukulele there.
Okay.
What are the names of the strings? Which string is the thickest string? Can you write down the musical alphabet? Which chords are sounding, major or minor? Points if you guys are playing in at home. How many crotchet beats in a bar are 4/4? Is a sharp note up or down 1 fret on the guitar? What are these called? I'm pointing at the pickups. What is this called?
Are they called the pickups?
Yeah. No, it was a ruse. What is this? I was pointing at the amp.
Is it amp?
No, also a ruse. What's the cable's name? What's his name?
Larry.
Oh no, Larry Cable.
Larry Cable. Yeah, classic Larry Cable.
Ben Cable. No, it's Jack. It was a Jack one. What chord is this? I've played him a C major, but you know, it was actually an A minor, just a different route. What chord is this? It was G.
I thought you were going to sing it. G.
Idiot. That was me. What is another term for delay? So I was just saying echo for the kids. How many
Echo.
It's good. Let me get there. How
Echo.
Many, okay. How many echoes fit in a bar? I mean, how many quarter notes fit in a bar?
Echo.
How many half notes fit in a bar?
Echo.
Which fret on the A string is a C?
Third.
There we go.
Why did I think about that so long?
Which fret on the E string is an A?
Fifth.
There we go. What are the chords in Let It Be? You're like, what? That was C, G, A, and A minor and F. What are the chords in We Will Rock You?
There's technically none. E.
And
C.
And
A.
There we go.
A.
And to tune down, do I need to tighten or loosen the string?
Yes.
There we go. So that was the kind of stuff. So yeah, it had 32 points, and I was sort of grading him. My highest scorer was Cody, and he had 29 points. So
29.
Good kid.
Out of
32.
Okay, well, that's really good.
And I think the only thing he missed out on was writing down the musical alphabet, all the way from A to G sharp, because some of them, I think he wrote B sharp, and I'm like, gotcha. So he did great, followed by Cameron, who goes to the Rock Project as well.
Awesome, yeah.
Aidan and Kieran. So I put them in for the harder one, which is Let It Be. And the kids that didn't score as well, I put them in for We Will Rock You, because I still want them to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
So that was quite fun, although it's just been kind of mean to sit there and go, you are not in. But, I found a way for them all to be playing.
Nice.
So I had that. I was... what else have I written down that I do, because I've forgotten? I did some session work last Tuesday, which was really fun, just sort of laying down some heavy metal guitars with some shredding, which I've been getting back to for a game soundtrack, which I'm really excited about.
Is it fun to do it?
Yeah.
Like, do it again?
Yeah, because I just wish I still had the hair. Still using the same Ibanez, that white Ibanez that I had from back in college, which you actually helped me out with sort of setting it up a little while back. It was really fun. But the thing is, the game's only coming out on Xbox One. I'm not going to say what game it is, but I've got PS4, sorry. So I'm like, darn it. But yeah, that's coming out in May, so that's straight on. Wow, that's coming on soon, right?
That's quite soon, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Like,
I think that's only a couple of months. I've been filling it I've been filling in for Tom McCarthy,
of course you have,
as he's been away with Ailstorm and the Bootyard Bandits on tour around Europe. Of course, getting it in before Brexit.
Is he back this
He's
week?
coming back tonight. Very late tonight.
I get to see Timothy.
Well, I don't think he's going to be back at the Rock Project tonight.
Oh, yeah, probably won't.
But you see him on Wednesday.
I get to see Timothy.
But I've been filling in for him guitar, and also over the weekend, I've been looking after his dog.
Oh, of course.
Maisie, wonderful little thing.
Yeah.
But because Kezia flew over and surprised him while he was on tour.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I think she went over to Holland.
Nice.
And so she just sort of messaged Frankie and I, just saying, "Can you look after Maisie while we're away?" Because they've got cats and stuff, and they've got people that will just pop over to look after them. But they need somebody that's actually going to walk the dog. So I've been feeling like the talented Mr. McCarthy right now. I've assumed his life. I've proper I've been doing his job.
That would explain the moustache.
Yeah, we go. Exactly. Just not the good looks.
I think you're beautiful.
Thank you. Just not Tom McCarthy beautiful.
No one is.
But yeah, no, right. And but yeah, dog's been great.
Great. Yeah.
The problem is she's a couch sitter, and we don't like dogs on the couch, so we just had to cover everything in blankets. She's been like, fine. She's really cute though, because every time you get her excited, she just makes stupid noises. I was sort of just I go, Maisie, and she just goes, he. It's like, you do realise it's not a dog noise, Maisie, right? Yeah. Anyway, so I had that, and I also had a Goofer Dust gig on Saturday.
Sweet,
I
nice.
was at the Bay Horse in Sudbury.
Of course, yeah.
That's a fun little gig, that one. I like that there. Yeah, really nice. We got to play some of the tracks from our album that's going to be coming out soon. Keep teasing it, but it's my favourite blues album at the moment. Recorded 12 tracks all in one day. Got it all done.
Nice.
That wasn't over the weekend.
What's the name of the studio you did that?
We
in,
went
do you
to
remember?
Rook's Yard. It's sort of near Clacton.
Okay, cool.
It was quite fun, but yeah. So we just sort of played a bunch of those new tracks, a bunch of old ones from sort of like the Feel Goods and some Freddie King and stuff, and yeah, it was really fun. My only problem was I'd forgot to take my earplugs, and I was on stage with Giles King and Ben Diffley. I was ruined by the end of it.
Yeah,
absolutely ruined. It was like just blaring into my ear, and I still can't hear properly today.
Oh man!
So, guys, if you're not protecting your ears at gigs,
have you?
Do it, please. Please, God.
Have you followed the link that I sent out for the music thing?
No, I have not seen this.
Oh, you should do that. I don't know if maybe I didn't. I think I said I would share it on the Harley and Josh show page and then didn't.
Right.
But I'll find the link for that because I applied and I've got. The reason I'm in Norwich on Friday is to have my custom earplugs molded and having a hearing test as well.
That's a great idea.
And it's cost me £40 rather than £200 or whatever it is. Yeah. But I'm happy to travel, have a day, make a day in Norwich.
Yeah, do some productive, like you said.
Doesn't help that my gig in the evenings in Chelmsford, but it's still, that's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, definitely.
For the
just for longevity of your ears, for goodness sake.
Yeah, nice long ears.
Yeah, long ears, like they're hanging, flobbing to and fro.
Yep.
Tie them in a knot, and
tie them in a bow. Throw them over my shoulder.
Like a regimental Harley.
My ears are elongated.
We're so musical. But yeah, so I think that's a great idea because, I was so ruined by the end of the gig, and it was like just one of my ears as well, because you're never really properly balanced out damaged hearing. It's like, because I was on the right hand side of the stage, my amp was right behind me, so I was sort of turned in, so my left ear was getting absolute hammering, whereas my right ear was slightly
Ben's hat side.
No, so it would have been, but his snare was being cracked on the left, and Giles's amp was on my left as well. So it's all just one ear, just getting absolutely mullered. So please do protect your ears. It is a very, very important thing. Do not be like me.
Don't be like Josh.
No, be cool, guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was a nice little week. I wasn't too stretched. I've come up with some new musical ideas, just been researching more music to put into my new bands and some new projects and things. So keep your eyes peeled and ears peeled, because I'll be talking about it on the old podcast, won't I?
Peely long ears.
So let's play some new music from Ransoms. They've got an EP and a gig coming up soon with Pet Needs. They're playing with Pet Needs at the Smokehouse. So check it out. This is Dignity by Ransoms. Oosh. That was Dignity by Ransoms. I got that on iTunes. I like that. Bit Jimmy World vibes.
It was, yes. Very
Sound
nice.
a bit like War Waves.
Yeah.
Local faves. But thank you for that, guys. Let's move on to the music news. I don't see how the tour is tenable. The fans boycotting Ryan Adams.
Myspace have lost all music uploaded to the site between 2003 and 2015.
And classical music streaming is up in the UK. But first, let's get on to Ryan Adams, because this is another story, just like the R. Kelly, Michael Jackson thing. The musician is under criminal investigation for his conduct, yet has made no moves to cancel his UK tour, leaving angry fans with tickets they can't sell or even return, right? So, I'll read into the story and you can make your own mind up. On 13th of February, the New York Times published a detailed report featuring accounts from a series of women who alleged Adams had sexual and emotional manipulation, promising help with their careers, and making sexual and emotional demands. Disgusting. It also reported his sexualized text exchanges with a teenage girl, with Adams at one point telling her if people knew, they would say I was like R. Kelly. LOL, he says.
Megalols.
Oh, gosh. No, don't you want to be like Ian Watkins either.
Well, I feel like I should point out, okay, for anyone who's listening who may not have a good signal, this is Ryan Adams, not Brian Adams.
Yeah, Ryan Adams.
With an R
yeah.
for Ryan.
Adams has apologized to anyone he has ever hurt. That is in quote marks, but described the report as upsettingly inaccurate. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to believe him, though. Since then, he has become the focal point of demands that the music industry address sexual harassment and manipulation by powerful male artists and executives. The result is that many fans who had bought tickets to his tour intend to stay away. So, there is obviously a big problem in the music industry.
There is.
The entertainment industry as a whole, but the music industry just, not enough people are getting held accountable for just atrocious acts.
I think within especially in the more recent times, the people.
The more recent times, the newspaper,
in the more recent times, yes. It's a great type font. More recent times, New
Roman.
Yeah. So people are being called out for misconduct and anything wrong, which again, it's only fair that they do that.
Shamed.
Yeah. And it's good that the justice is being served. The problem is that I feel these musicians, these people are giving us
a bad name.
Us good musicians a bad name.
Yeah.
Is that a Bryan Adams song? You give love.
No, that's Bon Jovi.
That's Bon Jovi. I get those two mixed up. Sorry.
But that's not Ryan Adams.
It's not Ryan Adams either.
Talking about Bryan Adams.
I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I do feel bad for the fans that can't resell their tickets.
That's the real issue with this. Is that
they can't even go on Viagogo.
Yeah, that's it. They can't. Surely they should be allowed some way to go. Look, I don't want to go to the show anymore because I don't believe in the artist.
But the Royal Albert Hall hasn't cancelled the show. I think it's being held by SJM Concerts,
right? And
SJM haven't pulled the show because Royal Albert Hall sort of did it through SJM, so they don't go directly with Ryan Adams.
Should it be their responsibility to make that kind of call? Whose responsibility should it be to make a call like that?
Yeah.
It's a hard one for everyone because a lot of money goes into booking these events and making them happen. It's not just Ryan Adams that's got the paycheck from that show.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it should be the promoter who's putting the show on because I think thinking about their own brand values, do they want to be associated with that? So going because the Royal Albert Hall, I think they're like, okay, my hands are clean with this. I didn't actually book through this. I'm sure SJM do block bookings with them and stuff like this. We want this date, we want that date, and so I think it is down to SJM to just go, right, no, we're not doing this. Let's give them a refund.
That's it. And
but they're not responsible for Ryan Adams' actions.
No,
Ryan
Why
Adams,
should they
come out of Ryan Adams' pocket? But anyway. So what do you guys think? Let us know.
Yeah.
Talk about it in the comments below.
Is there any way around this?
Yeah,
for future events that can, who should be making the call to stop somebody else's misconduct, costing their ex-fans essentially.
Yeah, exactly. They're all very, very, disenfranchised with it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Harley, what news have you got, sir?
So I've got the news here that Myspace have lost all music uploaded between the site between 2003 and 2015.
It's heartbreaking.
They're coming under fire after they admitted to losing over 12 years of music uploaded to the site between 2003 and 2015, which is a lot of the music.
Huge.
That was when Myspace was big. That was when Myspace was the go-to social media music platform.
That's pre-Facebook.
Yeah. Pre-Facebook, post-Vampire Freaks, or mid, I can't remember. But so my bands, music must have been lost there as well. Yeah. So that's a real shame. I've got my music backed up, which is great, but I can imagine it's so easy.
I don't think I had some of the tracks that were on there.
Which is a real shame, especially, there may be some music from Stratospire that you might want to listen to, and you might have lost that forever now.
Yeah,
and that's a real shame.
So what was the Yeah, because it stopped working before. It said on the report, according to reports from people who were still using the platform. I don't know how many people those were. MySpace has confirmed that all the songs to the platform have been lost. Just completely lost. I mean, you think about it, the bands like Attack came out of MySpace.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that, there's a huge amount of bands that came from MySpace.
I don't know if Enter Shikari, I know they were whether they were a MySpace band or...
Well, they would have had stuff to thank for. Same as Arctic Monkeys, I expect.
Of course, yeah.
You know, all these
all
bands.
the bands from that era.
Do I owe MySpace something here?
Oh, totally.
But I've got some figures here.
Oh, please do. Figure away.
So, in an email to a concerned MySpace unit, the data privacy officer for the site confirmed that due to a server migration, files were corrupted and unable to be transferred over to an updated site. So it was just in transit that it happened, and there's no way to recover the lost data. They've lost 50 million songs.
Wow.
From 14 million artists.
That's a shame.
I can't imagine how much backlash they could be getting from that.
Yeah, I mean, there's part of me is a little bit upset because there's a band called Homesick Elephant that I discovered on MySpace.
Right.
I didn't discover them on MySpace. I discovered them on Radio 1 as part of Colin Murray's Black Hole, where he plays music sent in
Murray
by...
Collins.
Yes. People send in music that they find on the internet, interesting things, and they sent in this acoustic cover of a song of Highway to the Danger Zone,
right,
by Kenny Loggins.
Oh, amazing.
And this band Homesick Elephant, which I think they're a husband and wife duo, acoustic singers, and it's just a really interesting song, and I love it. But it's not on their Spotify, it's not on their other pages, it's not on their Facebook, not on YouTube or anything. It was only on MySpace. It's the only place I could find it.
Sad.
And it's really upsetting because now I don't know where I can find that.
Yeah, so. I mean, hopefully maybe they'll start sort of directing people to, to sort of re-upload them somewhere else. But
I hope so.
I don't know if they can get around to contacting 14 million artists to get them to sort of do that sort of stuff. So who knows?
Yeah.
So some good news though. Sorry for the bad news stories, guys, but some good news
Give us some good stuff.
Classical music streaming is up in the UK.
Well, hey.
BPI statistics reveal a rise in streams of classical tracks that is outpacing the rest of the sector. They've benefited the most from streaming, apparently. The industry needs to continue to embrace its democratic and digital future. In 2018, streams of classical music rose by 42%. Compared with a 33% rise for the whole UK music market.
Wow.
So, that's, what's that?
A lot.
Yeah, it's 9% higher than the rest of the genres in the music industry.
Exactly what I said.
And streaming, that's huge. And streaming now accounts for a quarter of classical consumption, up from 9.5% in 2017. So that's pretty mental.
Mental.
Yeah, that's mental. Populist or crossover composers like Andrea Bocelli and Ludovico Einaudi dominate, obviously. But digital distribution, because it is very democratic, we all choose what we want to listen to much more than radio. And core classical repertoire is well represented in the digital domain, as is back catalogue.
Of course.
So you can go back and you can listen to, Haydn or...
I was thinking about other reasons of why classical music is so well adapted to streaming and stuff like that.
Why is that?
Because they're large files,
right?
So that it's you don't necessarily. It's going to be harder because the songs are going to be longer than your average song and stuff like that. When you listen to something that's got multiple movements, it's going to be large files. So it's better if you've got Wi-Fi just to stream it than it is to download it and clog up your phone.
However, the rights holders get paid exactly the same amount for a 20-minute recording as somebody with a 3-minute recording.
That's not fair.
It's not fair, is it?
No.
So it's not really adapted to the classical music genre yet, and it has been benefiting from the classical music, styles.
Yeah.
So they kind of do need to change that a bit. Classical CD departments or dedicated shops can, where they still exist, be quite intimidating places to the uninitiated. So people like us that don't know a huge amount about classical music would walk into a classical music shop and just be like, oh my God, where do I start?
Yeah.
But with streaming, means new potential and future audiences can dabble with classical music and with classical playlists.
Yeah.
So what I thought was mood-based playlists. We're sitting there, I think I've got one that's just one playlist that says "Walking Like a Badass" and it's all doom.
Yeah.
but things just sort of like something really kind of you get sort of wishy-washy piano playlists and stuff like this from old sort of like James Rhodes and stuff. Mood playlists can make listening to different genres of music easy without making conscious efforts to do so. So you may just put on like a chill out playlist.
Yeah.
And that might have trip hop on it. It might have electronica, but it might also have classical music. So you didn't choose which genre you were going to listen to. It's just happened, and you find you just actually into something. So I think that's been a good signifier. We
do occasionally put on at West End Music put on some Ludovico Einaudi,
nice.
Because James is a big fan, and it does make good shop music. And I can imagine there's something like in there that it makes for good background music. If you're doing stuff that requires writing, you don't want to be listening to stuff that has lyrics, because then you'll start writing the words to the song out mid sentence and stuff like that. So that's probably another thing that helps that kind of thing.
Definitely, and I think they probably put them on in car sales rooms quite a lot, because they've just got Ludovico by an Audi.
Oh, that was good. I like that. Well done, mate. Well done. Can I shake your hand? Yeah, actually.
You pranked me.
You say like sort of streaming sort of stuff, like long music for background stuff. I was at a party on Saturday. We did a murder mystery thing.
Ooh.
And we had a 4-hour stream of a train journey. Literally just a GoPro on the front of a train going through like the Alps and through tunnels.
Oh, pretty.
It was amazing. It was just really good, like background, just have something on. And it was really cool. And that fascinated me more than it should have done.
Yeah.
We were cheering when the train came out the end of the tunnel. There was a tunnel, it was ages. Like literally, we could see the end of the tunnel, we could see the light at the end of the tunnel for ages. And we were sitting there going, come on, it was coming soon, it's coming soon. And we cheered and applauded when it came out of the tunnel.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
Like, woo!
Amazing. So, yeah, it's just little small things. Quick thing from Robert Horn, who's listening in at home. RE musicians being exposed about sexual misconduct. It has to come from fans to start with. If they choose to stay away from the concerts, they'll get cancelled. So can't see a way that the promoter should be responsible for stars' behaviour. It's tough on the fans because they lose the cost of the gig. Also tough on the rest of the band, e.g. feel bad for other members of the band, like Lost Prophets, who must struggle after one member's fall from grace.
Yeah.
Good point, Rob. I think you're right. It sort of comes en masse if we sort of... It's in a way we're democratically voting that we're not going to go and see that person.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a warning sign to other promoters not to kind of use it.
Certainly.
Exactly. So Harley, here's a choice here. Do you want to play some music or do you want to get straight to the gig list?
I don't know.
I'm going to say let's play some music.
Okay.
Let's break with a little bit of sort of stuff. So. This is a track by Lightbody, who we know from when we were growing up.
Yeah.
He's got a brand new album out, and he hasn't really been doing stuff for quite a while, so this is a bit of a shock for me. I was like, oh, hello, he's back.
Back, baby.
Yeah, so if you like a bit of Phil Collins-y kind of sounding stuff, a little bit of old classic rock, this one's quite funky and bluesy. This one's called Quiet Place by Lightbody.
Nice, that.
That was Quiet Place by Lightbody, that he has a gig coming up this weekend, which I'll be telling you about. And also his new album out is available on Apple Music, Spotify. That's where I got it off iTunes. So, yeah, cool. If you're interested, go check it out.
Now, usually at this point, we do the thing I think about this morning.
Jingle.
But we accidentally deleted the jingle, so we're not going to do it.
It was me.
Well, it's teamwork, mate. It's teamwork. Team effort.
Don't throw yourself under the bus.
I didn't stop you. So because it's the way we work here at Harley Josh Show, if we don't have a jingle, we can't do it.
Yeah.
But what we were going to talk about, and we'll talk about it next week, we want to hear your guys' input on it, is location still a boundary in music? So, like, playing with band members, or writing with people who are the other side of the world, the other side of the country, but also getting into bands, or seeing music, and also just being part of a music scene. If you're into, specifically German death rock, living in East England, is that really a boundary anymore? Because
don't my German death rock, I do.
I do like my German death rock.
I just don't live in Leipzig.
Yeah, it's a shame. So with the way the internet is that still a boundary, or are there still physical boundaries within location of finding the right places and being exposed to the sort of music that you want to listen to and want to be and the people that you want to be writing with? So I want to see people's opinions on that, and if it is still a boundary, how can we overcome them as musicians or as music fans?
Yeah, definitely.
So.
I personally have written music with people in absentia, from different parts of the world. I was living in one place, and the other band members were living in different parts of the UK, so we never actually got to jam. So, I'll be talking about that next time. You can let us know what you think about it. We've got, every single week we ask you guys what you guys want us to talk about. So we do have a little picture comment that you can go and check out on Facebook. So that's just facebook.com/Harley and Josh.
Please do.
Yeah. So without any further ado, Harley.
The gig list always comes in earlier than I expect it to. It messes me every time. I'm always late. Story of my life.
Oh, sad.
So
we've got this week quite a lot going on.
Have we? Nice.
Yeah. Sound of Sirens plus Ghosts of Men. They're going to be. I love Ghosts of Men. Some people who listen to the show know that quite a lot. They're playing an acoustic track, actually, acoustic set, which is I've not heard of Ghosts of Men doing anything that isn't crazy loud. So I'd like to see how that works.
I can imagine it will still be loud.
Yeah,
just with a guitar with a hole in.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's all it is. He's just he got a shotgun and took it to his guitar.
Yeah.
He's like, it's an acoustic now.
Playing a cajon with a sledgehammer.
That is Thursday, 21st of March. This Thursday at Three Wise Monkeys in Colchester.
Nice.
That'll be quite fun. We've got Forged in Black, Outright Resistance, Spidervane, and more. I love Spidervane. They're playing this Friday, 22nd of March, at the Black Horse in Ipswich.
Sweet.
Have you got a gig Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Friday. Where are you playing?
So as I mentioned, that I'm going all the way to Norwich to have my ears filled with gloop.
Lowered. With whiskers.
And elongated. And then I'll go drive all the way back into Chelmsford to play at the United Brethren with Lady J and the Troublemakers.
Who else is playing with you?
I say Troublemakers because the last few times it's been Troublemaker, so I got Mr. Dan Dolman with me.
Oh,
so
amazing.
we played there last year, and it was a really good fun gig. It went really well.
So it's like Lady J and the Shifty Twins.
I guess. Wait, no, because we're not the Shifty Twins.
Oh, sorry, Lady J and the Oddball.
Now, people might be wondering why we're laughing right now. We're not going to tell you. No.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, anyway, that'll be good. I've not been to that venue before, so that'll be nice and interesting to see what that's like.
It's a lovely place. It's a really nice, friendly sort of nice old style pub.
Yeah, good.
Wooden floor and all that, and
cool.
It's really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to going back there, chilling with Mr. Dan, and it's nice.
Justine Demiere.
Yeah, last time we played, he interviewed...
I said twiddling my moustache.
Oh, yeah.
Justine Demiere.
He interviewed me on the way home about the gig, because he filmed some gigs. He also he interviewed me so he could show it to his student, so we could talk about how we did the gig and approached it. So that was
great
really cool.
idea. Yeah, kind of like riding with Rainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some more of that, don't we? This Friday coming up, we've got live with Monster Florence. And the Baskervilles. That's a good little lineup, that. That's Friday at 8 o'clock at Through Eyes Monkeys. That'll be in Colchester, I believe. It doesn't say here. Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be playing at Kesgrave Hall, the Milsoms, because thanks to Pink Shed, that's Tom Ayres and Polly Haynes, one of the favourites of the show, they are putting on Beertopia, big old beer festival.
Sweet.
And we've played the last 3 they've done.
Nice.
Which I'm really, really thankful for. So I think it's like 35 quid in, but I think you can drink as much beer and Prosecco as you want.
That sounds dangerous.
That is dangerous, right? I think it might even be cheaper than that. You get free entertainment all night, so there's us and Robbie Gladwell.
Oh, great.
And who else is playing.
I don't know.
The Frisco Monks.
Okay, cool. I've heard the name.
Yeah. So
Have we
they're
played them on the
supposed to
show
be really
before?
good. No, we haven't. No.
Maybe we should play some next week. And we
Yeah,
can
I'll
find
check
some
it
stuff.
out.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like your beer and your prosecco and your good music, come down to Caresgrave, Milsom's this Friday and Saturday night.
Sweet.
Saturday, Lightbody, who we just played for you.
Yep.
He is doing his album launch, which the album Never Saw It Coming. That's going to be at St. Peter's with the Waterfront on the 23rd, this Saturday.
Nice.
You got someone else there, boy?
We've also got Phil Jackson and the Rock and Roll Band playing at Three Wise Monkeys.
Yeah,
which
that'd
is
be
great.
fun.
Yeah, there's always going to be always a good gig at the Three Wise Monkeys, and it's always a good gig with Phil
Jackson,
so
because he's mad.
it's a double whammy.
Yeah, double whammy. I've missed out a Friday gig here.
no.
So, Pet
no.
Needs are playing. What's that?
Oh no!
Oh no! Pet Needs are playing with Ransoms, who we played earlier, and Boat Rich. Not My Rich. He's a different band, I suppose. Boat Rich
A
Web.
slightly more buoyant one.
Oh, brilliant. They are playing at the Smokehouse here in Ipswich on Friday, 22nd of March. That's a great little lineup. If you missed that, you'll be sorry.
Nice.
I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be gigging, so sad.
Oh.
Elephant Jane are playing with Lemon Curd Kids, Karmat House, and Litter of Kings this Saturday, 23rd of March at the Smokehouse. That's here in Ipswich. Like you said, Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
I've got that written down as well. That's a good find. Three
great.
Wise Monkeys in Ipswich.
Beat you to
Saturday at 9. With the very important gig though this week.
Oh, is this Sunday?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
What we do in Harley.
So we are you going to be there? Are you able to make it?
I think I'm going to be there. Yeah.
Cool. So the Rock Project Encore group, which is our adults, 18 plus, if you want to know how old adults tend to be, they're going to be doing their performance at the Railway in Ipswich, starting about 2:00.
Yep.
Save for any technical difficulties, which I'm sure we will have.
Yeah, there's always technical.
Always.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a really good gig. It should be really cool.
Yeah.
We've got a last rehearsal tonight
Yes,
with
we do.
with the group.
It's going to be a performance rehearsal this one
Yes.
tonight.
So they've got some great
Maybe-
songs. We're going to get them up dancing.
Yeah.
And really into it.
Yeah, I'm going to be making sure that they're looking at each other, looking at the crowd.
Yeah.
Interacting.
If you are looking for something, if the Rock Project Encore group is something that appeals to you, here's a perfect example for you to see what
Yes.
what they can achieve. And we've got some of these students playing who'd never played an instrument before they joined.
Yeah.
And some who've been playing for years, so it's
Yeah.
all levels of
Exactly.
ability.
And some joined because they saw
Yeah.
the Rock
last
Project
one, yeah.
Encore gig. So yeah, come on down. If you're thinking about joining the Rock Project, it'd be a great way of checking it out.
Yeah.
So I've also got a metal night at the Kingfisher in where is that?
That's in
Chantry, isn't it? Which I was like, that's crazy. A metal night in Chantry. It's 23rd of March. That's the Saturday. There's loads of big bands on. Metal bands. So if you're into your metal music, check that out. There's plenty
Yeah.
of you going on this weekend, I tell you. So you could do Friday with Forged in Black, and then Saturday at the Kingfisher. So that'd be pretty amazing.
Sweet.
Tilly Moses is doing a Keith Sadler Presents at Arlington's
Oh,
on
that's
Sunday.
great. Haven't seen her for a while.
Yeah, so it was a toss up between her and Lightbody as we was going to play on the
Yeah.
show today. But
Oh, wonderful.
So check her out Sunday afternoon with Keith Sadler Presents at Arlington's, and also Sunday afternoon we got James Nunn playing live at Isaac's.
Of
That's
course,
at 3
yes.
o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's plenty of stuff going on in there, mate.
Great music going on this weekend, so make sure you're checking her out.
Yeah, exactly. Next week we'll be discussing music and location. If you've got some other topics you want us to talk about, we had the Facebook game every week, and it's loads of fun. This week I put who was your sort of desert island discs. So I put down a couple local albums because I couldn't live without them. Hot Tramp, Sermon for the Non-Believer.
Yes.
A really good one. I love that one. Underline the Sky, Just So You Know.
Good
There's
shout,
some
yeah.
Huge tracks on there. East Ham Pirates, their new album, Ship of Fools. I adore
great.
that now, and that's, you're in a desert island, you want pirates there, don't you? Ghosts of Men.
Scare away the other pirates.
Yeah, exactly. Or just a join. Ghosts of Men with Breathe. I love that album. There's so many good tracks on there. And also I chose some sort of famous ones. Deftones, White Pony, AC/DC, Highway to Hell, Radiohead, In Rainbows, and Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP. Have you got any that you reckon you'd add?
For me, probably my go-to would be Ruben, Red Car Backwards.
Oh yeah,
I'd listen to that at
you've
least
talked
every
about
week.
that multiple times. Yeah,
I will, because it's the best album of all time.
Amazing.
I don't really know. I don't know. I'd probably take a guitar with me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you've got all the songs in
Then
the
I've
world.
got all the songs in the world.
Yeah, it's true.
Apart from that one that I really can't play.
Yeah. What's that one?
Twinkle Twinkle.
All right. Shout out to Andy Hopgood. Her idea was songs in the key of life. Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
At the moment for Charlie Bruton, it's Spike by Tom Petty. Great idea.
Good, yeah.
Josh Carr from Hot Tramp was like, he'll come to the island and sing for us if we want to sing Hot Tramp for us. But he also said definitely Marshall Mathers LP. He knows all the lyrics for that one, including all the swears. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so yeah, you guys get involved. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about, and we'll see you next week, won't we?
Yeah.
Love you and stuff, you gentle people.
We're gonna do a little harmony bye. Ready? 1,
Yes.
2, 3. Bye.